In a veiled warning to the United States, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi reiterated that the disputed South China Sea is not a, quote, safari park for countries outside the region, and nor is it a fighting arena for major powers. His comments follow recent calls by China for the United States to stop, and I'm quoting here, causing trouble on the matter. CNA's Olivia Song with more.
There was no direct mention of the U.S., but Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi made clear Beijing's position that the South China Sea territorial dispute should be handled by countries in the region. In what can be seen as a veiled swipe at Washington and its allies, Mr. Wang added the situation in the South China Sea today is not calm. Beijing has long been angered by what the U.S. has called freedom of navigation operations in the disputed waters.
个别域外大国 为了维护自身的霸权，不断向本地区加大力量投入。中国和东盟国家应当明确我们的态度：如果是为和平合作而来，我们欢迎；如果是为捣乱破坏而来，请你们离开。
This comes as a top U.S. military officer recently said that China's military has become more aggressive in the air and at sea in the last 5 years. His comments made on a trip to the Indo-Pacific as the U.S. has stepped up engagement with countries in the region in a bid to counter China's influence, something which Beijing has pushed back against.
南海不是域外国家的游猎园，更不应该成为大国博弈的角斗场。
Mr. Wang was addressing a conference in China's capital to mark 20 years since the signing of a declaration on the conduct of parties in the South China Sea. China and several other states lay claim to the resource-rich waters. The Declaration of Conduct signed 20 years ago is seen as paving the way for a code of conduct between China and ASEAN to manage tensions in the disputed waters. However, progress on this document has been slow and met with challenges, including the COVID-19 pandemic in recent years. In 2018, Chinese Premier Li Keqiang had expressed hope for the document to be completed by 2021. Mr. Wang has made the call for talks to be sped up, but one Chinese academic said while he is optimistic about negotiations in the long run, there are challenges from China's perspective, including U.S. interference and practical concerns.
有些会，你像准则磋商，它是需要面对面的，有时候是需要吵架的，有时候双边之间的问题是要另外开一个双边会谈来解决我们之间的问题的。所以，技术原因、疫情的原因也会有一些带来一些负面影响。所以总的来说，乐观，但是呢，我们也不能低估可能出现的困难。
Also speaking at the event was Cambodia's Deputy Prime Minister, who echoed China's call for outside parties not to intervene in the South China Sea. The current ASEAN chair is seen to be in alignment with Beijing, which some observers say is reason why Chinese leaders are keen to step up negotiations this year. Olivia Xiong, CNA, Beijing.